talk about how you got the role in SG1 and what it was like to work with Claudia Black.
She's great. She's really, they called me up and said, do you want to do the show? We love Firefly, and Firefly gets me loads of jobs, huh? Yeah, that's right. And I said, sure, it sounded like a fun part, and I was a little lonely. I was there for like 5 months on and off by myself, and she was really welcoming and would always make me meals on the weekends, and I got to hang out with her and her son, and it was fun.
You had mentioned something before about it being about the role. Is there a dream role, something that you would just absolutely love to do that you hope that at some point you'll get to do, that you haven't done?
Yeah, so many. I'd love to do all of Shakespeare's women, every single one of them. I've done a couple, but not hardly enough. I would love to do big epic movies, like play like Joan of Arc or something, you know, something crazy like that. I'd like to do a romantic comedy, like a really silly, goofy character.
Very cool. Do we have any more questions? Oh, we have one coming up right now.
Is there any movies that you passed on that you could see yourself for?
Please share that with all of us.
I'm sure you need a lot of scripts that come to your desk. Yeah, I do. A lot of the movies passed on me, but I passed on the OC. I didn't get offered the job, but I read the pilot and I thought it wasn't for me, and I passed on that. I was like, damn, they got like, how many seasons in that show? 8, 9? Yeah, that's the only I can think of.
And are you actually have been offered any movies like this? I mean, are you looking to be in a movie?
You're making me feel great here.
I'm just wondering.
Excuse me. I haven't offered, you know, there are movies that I've been offered over the past couple of years that were not things I wanted to do, but they went nowhere. So, nothing you would have heard of. But I haven't been offered a movie yet. I'm waiting. It's coming.
Yes.
Have you ever heard Jobs use the term Whedonverse at all?
I don't know that I've heard him use it, which is probably good, right? But I've heard other people use it for sure, yeah.
What is the strangest fan encounter you've ever had at one of these conventions?
There was a dude who asked me to propose to his wife, his girlfriend, and like write it on a picture for him and show it to her. That was weird. It was sweet, but it was a little weird because I was forever going to be tied to their engagement story. But more than that, recently, as I was going to Mexico, I was traveling by myself, and I was at the airport at LAX, and one of the TSA workers, who were supposed to be in charge of your safety, saw my name and looked at me and kind of did like one of these and was like, "Are you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "That's so cool." He's like, "Do you want to know the truth about Roswell? Because I know." And I was like, looked behind me, a huge line of people waiting to go through, and I'm like, "Sure." And he proceeded to tell me that it's all true, that they're aliens, and yada, yada, yada. He's like, "Oh, we don't have time to talk, but I'll come find you." And I was like, "Okay, sure, whatever." It's LAX, it's the biggest airport in the world. Dude comes to my gate. He sits down next to me, and we have a chat about Roswell. It was a little crazy. You know what? I'm not actually an alien, right?
Is it weird that I kind of want to know what he said? Yes, sir.
Hi again. The contrast with you and Elizabeth Mitchell is that she's always on location shooting around town.
Yeah.
You're always in the green screen. Do you want to get out and do one location shoot?
Yeah. The days that I get to go out, there's an episode coming up where Anna goes to Rome. It's really fun. I get to, some of it is green screen, obviously, because we didn't fly to Rome. But a lot of it is indoors at the Vatican. So we shot some great locations for that. And at the end of the day, I was like, I feel great, but I have energy. I'm like, let's keep shooting. And I'm like, why am I feeling so good? Because I'm not like,
pretending to be somewhere. I'm actually in a physical room. You know, I have a chair to sit on. I have people to look at and a wall, you know, and I realize how exhausting it is to be in a room. Our studio is probably twice the size of this room, and it's 360 neon green, like the brightest green you could think, floor, ceiling, like the whole thing. So you come out of there and you're like a zombie after 16 hours. My life is so hard.
Here's a question I bet a lot of the ladies want to know, which is that much weirder that I'm asking it, but did you ever keep any of your Anara outfits from Firefly and Spring?
Sadly, no, I didn't. I was hoping I'd get one, but they auctioned them off for charity.